Greetings, Masandawana. I am back with another installment of the Yellow Corner, bringing you the preview of our most important match of the season so far as we take on Algerian side MC Alger in the CAF Champions League group stages game week 6 fixture on Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock at Loftus Versfeld. I'm actually recording this on Friday morning, man. This is a take two. We actually recorded a preview with Raps last night, but yeah, no, content creation will show you flames at times. There are issues with the recording, so I had to wake up and record this preview. Unfortunately, by myself, Raps couldn't join me this morning, so yeah, man. Hopefully, because he's not available, we'll win. Because these days, when Raps does the preview, we hardly ever win. So hopefully, things go our way this weekend, man. We're actually gonna miss the game, Raps. We won't be able to go to the stadium or even watch it. My family, man, I've said this on the channel already. It seems like my family works against us, man. Every time there's a big Sundowns game, in the Champions League more so, there's always something happening. So yeah, man. But this weekend we are celebrating, so I won't be able to go to the stadium. Le Raps. Thoughts on our last game, CAF Champions League, our 1-1 draw away to Lupopo on Sunday. I must say, I was happy with the lineup. I had no complaints. It was very similar to the lineup that I said I would go with on the preview at the game, so I had no qualms with the lineup. But I must say, I was very, very unhappy with the approach and performance and the tactics employed on Sunday first half, man. That first half was horrendous, man. It was I saw a terrible half of football, But second half, we came back. One wonders what was said in the dressing room, or people just realized that, hey, man, we are in trouble here. We are chasing the game, and obviously it couldn't get worse than it was in the first half, and we improved in the second half and eventually got the goal, and we could have got, I believe we should have won that game in the second half. So I was very happy with the performance here, second half. But, guys, as much as I want Cardoso gone, I think everyone knows how I feel about Cardoso. I want him gone since yesterday. But I'm not going to blame Cardoso for players missing the 1v1 and open nets second half. That I can't expect Cardoso to walk into the pitch and score the ball. Some of our players failed to score in the second half. So the second half, man, us not winning that game in the second half, for me, it lies with the blame lies with the players, But yeah, man, I guess that's all in the past. We need to look forward to the future, and the future is this weekend, like I said, taking on MC Alger, and we go into this game with our club in serious turmoil after the story that broke this week about the leaking on information from coming from inside our club from one of our performance analysts in Mario Masha, and I think this will be a huge distraction, man. You do not need such going into such a big game, whether true or not. Whether the rumors are true or not, and all that, you do not need this going into a big game. This couldn't have come at a worse time, and I think this will definitely destabilize our team and the dressing room going into such a big game, because I think when such things happen, trust is gone, and when trust is gone, things are never the same, and it's not like there was ever trust at Sundowns. No, it's not like things were ever rosy at Sundowns. It has actually been far from it, So yeah, man. But there's I don't know if all this is true or not. What I know is that not everything that is said to have happened, or that there's just a lot that is not in the public eye, and I don't know, man, the timing of it all, man, because last night, I was on Fox's, what do you call this, space on Twitter, and he had a journalist in Thokozisi Dube, and Tho says this story, the suspension ya Mario was December. We are midway through February, and the story is only coming out now. And the timing of it all, the club that we're playing against, and why would this anonymous source send out the emails that he sent out on 7 days before such an important game as Sundowns, So I think there's a whole more to this than what we know, I think, yeah. But like I said, I do not know if Mario did that, and if he did, man, that's career suicide, But I think there's more to this than it meets the eye, So I guess we'll have to wait and see how the investigation go, But yeah, this. And the other thing that I thought of, speaking about trust, I mean, as you are planning as a coach or as a team for such a big game, obviously you all sit down there. The coach will sit down with his technical team, including the analysts are high, plan ahead for the game. And then I'd like to believe he will sit down with the players, a majority of who've worked with our previous coach in Coach Rulani, and try and get information, to the benefit of the team. Like, how does he plan for these types of games? What should we look out for since you guys have worked with him? But now, will Cardoso be comfortable to do that after all this that's happened? I don't think so. But with that said, if he was, would the players be comfortable to share their ideas and say they should tell him, or no, this is what I think we should, or we think we should expect from Coach Rulani on Saturday? And if they share their views and nothing of that sort happens in that game, they'll be scared, or they'll be victimized, or no, they gave wrong information, even though they were just trying to help the team. So this, man, we really find ourselves as a club in a terrible situation going into this big game, this do or die. Speaking of this do or die Saturday, man, I think it is all but clear, hooray, if we do not win this game and obviously fail to progress to the CHEF Champions League knockout stages, the group stage, the quarterfinal, I think there's no way Cardoso survives the chop. I think he can continue as Mamelodi Sundowns coach. But if this happens, fingers crossed it doesn't happen, man, I want us to continue our CHEF Champions League journey. But if it does happen and we get knocked out, who then comes in the interim to steady the ship for the next 5 or so months, remaining months of the season? I've honestly scratched my head and tried to think of a name out there that can come out and help and steady the ship, like I said, for the remaining few months of the season, and I honestly can't come up with a name, and the one name that popped into my head was Coach Badela, who recently left Maritzburg, and he's obviously worked at Sundowns before, but I do not think bringing him in such a toxic situation will help him. I think he's obviously a coach who's still cutting his teeth, and bringing him into such a toxic environment, because make no mistake, the environment at Mamelodi Sundowns is a very, very toxic. It is very, very toxic environment at Sundowns, and I think this will do him more harm than good. I actually see him coming into Mamelodi Sundowns probably next season as an assistant to someone like Coach Pitso Mosimane, because there are rumors that the club is talking or has been talking to Coach Pitso Mosimane. So let's say Coach Pitso comes back to the club next season, I can actually see him roping someone like Badela in, and in a similar capacity to how Coach Rulani started, and Badela to be basically cool and, training sessions and all that, and Coach Pitso oversees everything more as a manager, and Coach Badela as a coach more than just an assistant, So I can see that happening, So yeah, man. And I think this might leave the club in a position where they go with someone like Steve Rompela, who's been there for the longest time, and say to Steve, lead us for the last 5 months of the season. Because I genuinely can't think of someone that we can bring in the interim, Would Steve be my option? No, he wouldn't be, because now I think once the coach leaves, he must live with his technical team, But who is out there? Maybe you guys can mention a name that we can go for the last 6 months of the season. Going into this game, thoughts and expectation, thoughts and my thoughts and my expectations going into this game. My biggest worry going into this game is the pressure that some of our players are going to be under. I think there are certain players that will be under so much scrutiny. Everything that they do on Saturday will be put under the microscope. And I think when you go into a game under so much pressure, one, it is already a difficult game. It is a must-win game. And then everything that you do will be scrutinized and put under the microscope. It adds more pressure, and once you are under that much pressure, you start to overthink things, and excuse me, when you start overthinking things, that's where you start making mistakes, we all know there are players that, make an example, Thabiso Motloang makes a mistake on Saturday in this match, we all know what some people are going to say. I keep player Raya Hulani, he did that deliberately, So going into this game, this is my main worry. The scrutiny that some of our players are going to be under might affect them in this game, even when they make honest mistakes. Then I can never overemphasize the importance of scoring an early goal in this game. And once we score one, we go for the second goal, because it will take away the tension that will definitely be there for the Stenzen and Lego pitch side. It will take it away. It will remove that tension. I think the fan base, Leona, will start singing louder, and then this will trickle down pitch side. Our players will be much more relaxed, Guys, our rest defense needs to be on point on Saturday, man. It needs to be miles better than it has been throughout the season, because it has been atrocious this season, rest defense at Sundowns. On Sunday, we conceded a goal where a man was free on our right, their left, even though we played double fullbacks on the right. This can't be, man. Our rest defense it needs to be much better. We need to control the game, the tempo, and everything. Yeah, this game, control the game with or without a possession. And when we get the chances, we must make sure we use those chances, man. We must capitalize. We can't afford to miss chances the same way we did away to Limpopo in Lubumbashi this past weekend. They will miss this guy, Ben Kamisa, one of their key players. He's a crucial cog of this team in the middle of the park. I'm just saying, he won't be here to kick our players, But he will be a big miss, because he is suspended after getting another yellow card last week against Al Hilal, So I think he will be a huge miss. He's a type of player that you need in this type of game, So I think he will be a big miss. But we also need to take care of Ferhat, I think he's a very good player, man. Apart from the finishing, we saw that beautiful goal that he scored last week. I think he's all round a very good player, man. I think their plan will be simple. It will be to frustrate us, not just by wasting time, going down unnecessarily, but I think by not giving us a sniff in front of goal, And I think Rhulani will tell his players that the longer they stay in the game and don't concede, the more frustrated our fan base and the players will get. And we know how tense it gets at Loftus in a crucial CAF Champions League game. You know, when you are there in the stands, when the singing starts dropping, you know, like we start mumbling, and I'm one of those actually scooping the nine or very crucial games, the Champions League, start standing there, and it trickles down to the field. It starts affecting the players. They start panicking, making decisions that they wouldn't normally take, you know, in a more relaxed environment or game, you know. And Coach Kulani has first-hand experience of this. He will tell his players that no, do not give them a sniff. I know exactly what will happen. I've experienced this, and he used to speak a lot about this at Sundowns or in crucial CAF Champions League games, you know, when things are not going our way, the drum no longer beats the same, you know, and it, like I said, trickles down pitch side. So I think that will be one of their plans or not. Let's frustrate them and stay in this game as much as possible. I must be honest, their interplay in the final third, I think it has improved a lot, you know, having watched some of their full games before and some of the highlights about. I've been impressed with how they bop it about in the final third, you know. So hopefully they do not do the same on Saturday, you know. And I must say they are, what impressed me when I watched Game Al Hilal, I looked at the shape that their back four kept in that game. It was absolutely brilliant, you know. They were all in sync, you know. Even the goal that Al Hilal scored, if you watch that goal, everyone was in where they're supposed to be, you know. And I watched that and I was like, this is such a great goal by what do you call this, Al Hilal, but it is one of those where you can't fault anyone. And I questioned myself about this goal, and then I watched a friend of our channel, Mahim Zai. You know, I watched his channel when he was reviewing the game. Yeah, Al Hilal MC Alger, and he spoke. He showed goal and how the MC Alger team kept great shape, you know. And I was like, okay, I was also right about this. There was nothing they could have done, you know. They did everything that they were supposed to have done. So hopefully they do not keep that type of shape on Saturday. I think we need to pin them back as early as possible, man. I think we need to push them and throw everything at them and play on the front foot as early as possible. Hence, I would go with a 4-4-2 diamond once again, but with two strikers, two experienced strikers. I'd go with Reyners and Shalwili because I know they will work off the ball, you know, and hopefully when chances come our way, they are able to take them. Finally, I think this is a catch-22 situation for Coach Hulani in a sense. They know a draw takes them to the quarterfinals, you know. A defeat, they are out. Now, the question is, does he then park the bus and mud it? I don't think that's in his nature. I mean, Coach Milan is a football purist, you know. But with that said, he is also not naive. Past experience would have taught him how to manage such games, you know. So I think this will be a catch-22 situation for now. Do I attack and try and get a goal, or do I go on a low block or mid one, or you know, how do I approach this game? So yeah, man, it should be interesting to see how they approach this game. Going into the lineups, these are the guys that I would personally start the game with. I would have Williams in goal, Kekana, Ndamane, Mudiba, Mokoena, Adams, and Allende in the middle of the park, and Lukaku in front of them. I think Nuno is suspended for this game, if I'm not mistaken. And then Reina Zele, Shalulile up top. And I think we're going to win this game. And I actually think we'll win it quite comfortably. I'm going for a 3-1 win for Mamelodi Sundowns in this game. I hope I'm correct, man, and we advance to the quarterfinals of the CAF Champions League. Good luck to the boys. Good luck to the technical team and the club as a whole, man. Hopefully we are able to get the result that we so need, in this game. And yeah, man, like I said, unfortunately, I won't be able to attend this game. My sister is getting married over the weekend, and I'll be watching on my phone. And yeah, guys, Masandawan and Fenbase, please push the boys and sing as loud as you can. I had or their rumored what you call protests, and yeah, for the 90 minutes, let's focus on pushing our players, and if the protest thing after game, after we progress or don't progress, I'm all good with that. I don't have no problems with that. I just want us to push Majita for 90 minutes. The next preview will be yeah, no, the door dying at these days will be next week Monday. It will be the preview of our Betway Premiership Game Week 16 fixture as we travel to the south of Johannesburg, FNB Stadium, to take on log leaders Orlando Pirates. Until next time, sharp Masanda.